Hey, I don't know where this will go, so hey is your only greeting. And just thought, finally got to a place where I could think quietly and uninterrupted, which has been a major problem. Now, here listening to this, out of nowhere. I watched that, a video that I posted a few days ago. That was Stanford's, I forget the guy's name, professor at Stanford they gave a lecture on depression. And I listened to it, which I usually do. And learned a lot of things. Most of all that not only do I have major depression, I'm sure of it now, but it's I always have, which is important because you got to realize that's my perspective. It's always been like this, so I don't know what it feels like to feel otherwise. Yeah, I have no idea. So how would I know? But really thinking about it over the last few days, I think it stuck out at me. I thought of it pretty quickly, but it just really, I don't know, keep coming back to it. My thoughts, I guess. So when I was a little kid, honestly, I want to say several times. I don't want to say many times, but enough, some frequency. My dad would ask me why I wasn't excited about something really cool. And he's a really smart guy, but not so much about people. It wasn't his specialty. And he, because he was smart, he eventually was out, especially when I was a teenager. Maybe it's just, you're never supposed to show a smile around your parents, like that cheesy, Sandals Vacation commercial where the teenage girl's flirting with some guy and dad sees her and she's like, like, because she was like, I'm never going to be happy here. This sucks. So he thought maybe it was that, and was like, well, what does make you get excited? When are you excited? What is it that you're into that gives you this thing I'm not seeing in my kid? Don't know. Haven't found it. Obviously I've had moments of joy, but I think I understand now what he meant by getting excited, looking forward to. I might have mania too, but I think that's just a rare occasion. Maybe that is mania. God, what do I know now? Where my brain gets turned on and I don't know, I don't feel happy. I don't feel manic, of course. I don't feel out of control. But I do feel like an urgency about getting out everything that I'm trying to say. Because I've either thought of something or gotten into something or somebody's just been turned on to something that I've followed or thought about or worked on for years. I think that's the closest to excitement. But he was talking about I don't know why these Grova trees just feels pleasant to me. I don't know, like it's a little island. Anyway, I don't know why, but in that tree, where is it? There it is. He was talking about, like, I think the last example where he just kind of, he didn't give up, but he kind of gave up. He was kind of like, I'll stop bugging you, kind of, was when had a pretty good summer, I thought, where I was going to take a trip to Japan. Basically as my fairness, whatever, I don't give a shit about stuff like that. My sisters got to go to London, and I was too little. Would have been a lame trip if you'd dragged me along. But that might be at the root of where some of this comes from. There's a lot of pictures of my family before I was born, and they look like a family. They look like a unit. They look like they belong together. There's not as many after I came along for a lot of reasons. I don't think anything to do with me being terrible or obnoxious or anything, but just timing, age. And everybody's kind of, by the time I have awareness and memory, everybody in my house is an adult, to my mind, even if they're 12. And certainly by the time I was 10, everybody damn near was. So, yeah, fifth wheel much? A lot. But luckily I was never made to feel like a fifth wheel, but partially because, I don't know, I didn't get to do as much stuff. I got to do lots of stuff on my own that was definitely enviable. You know, I got to do stuff with, I had a computer at home, got to travel more than my sisters did because my parents were doing better by the time I was older. But yeah, I didn't get to have a family. I didn't have an extended family because we didn't live near them. We didn't go there. I mean, by have them, I didn't have them. They weren't a part of my daily life. Luckily, I know most of them, and I've gotten to visit a little tiny bits as an adult here and there. And it's very comforting to feel all those people out there that are my family. They're such good people. All of them are such good people. Yeah, so I don't have that perspective either. I don't really know what being in a family is like. And I still don't, because my family is very broken, very distant. None of us really talk to each other very well. I don't know. It's very dysfunctional and distant, and I don't know. I have to assume, that looks better to me than it does in the camera, but I have to assume that me being this way is either entirely irresponsible or really doesn't help. But we've all got, we all have mental illnesses, let's be honest. I'm not saying, hey, everybody's got their issues. No, we really do. Mine is, I don't know if you'll see it. There's a stick of a tree out there that's got nothing on it. It's like 40 feet tall, no branches, no top. I feel like that tree. Just standing there, defying gravity, defiantly believing that I'm going to be a tree again. Or at least I was. I'm losing that. I'm starting to recognize that that's what I am, and I'm going to fall. And not fatalistically, and not because I'm old. I am not this vital at all, and currently not on any path to become so. So it's just like the video, one of the main things in there was like, you can't experience pleasure even when it's nice. Well, that's not true. I mean, there are obviously things that are pleasurable to me, that I enjoy. But yeah, I've always been like that. Don't get excited about things. And then that made me think about how kind of my default feeling out in public growing up, especially as a teenager. Go to a dance club and I don't know, I just always sit and kind of be mopey. And didn't feel good, didn't feel happy. And some people, of course, would ask various situations, but that was probably the best example. And I always said, I'm just really tired. And then, people got closer to me, and that happened a lot. It's just like, I guess I'm just always tired. Maybe it's growing up with the sun don't shine. Seasonal affective, whatever, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's not it. It's this. There's a couple things that are really hard about this for me. Not that I'm unique, but one of them is that if a chemical can change me from whatever this is, if this is not, in fact, as it feels completely, that's a really cool contrast. Not nearly as cool on camera. Interesting. Lost my train of thought. If a chemical or combination of chemicals that I can ingest can take away what to me feels like a healthy, normal reaction to a horrible, shitty world, which, I mean, it's the summer of 2020. It's a horrible, shitty world. But there was a summer of 75, and that was a horrible, shitty world. And there was a summer of 82, and that was a horrible, shitty world. Pick any year. To me, what the fuck is this place? And who the hell are humans? Humans fucking suck. God, I hate humans. Fuck. Oh my God, you're just, as a totality, you're just such a fucking menace. Not just to the planet, but like, god damn. People are fucking mean. People say mean people suck. No, people suck. Generally, which includes me. Damn. Yeah, so it feels like that. It feels like, when things are really good, it feels like I'm okay about it. But I guess I'm not as happy as people do. It doesn't stick around. It doesn't take away. It doesn't blunt the sadness of the next little negative thing. I won't be able to upload this anywhere for a long time because my data just got shut off. Well, throttled. And I haven't gotten my work share unemployment yet. Down to $13. I've got like 5 days to get. I can hear all the way from here. It's upsetting. Try to go on a walk, just to stop crying, or at least stop crying in front of people. And my son followed me, and he was major part of why I was crying in the first place. I think it was. It's probably just me. He tried to hug me to comfort me, and that felt very uncomfortable. I couldn't feel the genuineness of it, and that's not my depression. I think that's a lot of broken trust, which is not uncommon with teenagers, but it's been really bad with him. And it's just fodder for depression. It's just another thing to add on to failure as a parent and blah, 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 beat yourself up. It's interesting, though, about this whole thing, what sparked this thought. My dad being in that way normal, very involved with his life, very hands-on, very, I wouldn't say go-go. I thought of him as a workaholic when I was a kid, but he didn't work anywhere near as much as I have my whole adult life. In hindsight, and as a kid, he was always gone. There was a commute involved, and he was in the Guard, so it's a second job. But yeah, he was gone a lot, and he was really into his work. He's passionate about his work. He's an engineer. I don't know any of you that would ever watch this that don't know. Anyway, now I'm about the age he died, which has hung on me for a long time. Not that it's not afraid of it. It's just significant. And it was bad timing. Bad timing, Dad. Really, could you just die another time, please? I was 21. So it was pretty fresh when I turned 25 and did the math and went, this is it. This is my midlife crisis at 25. So I literally went and bought a skateboard. I still have it. Stereo sounds. It's not a very good one. It's fine though. I don't really skate. Try to. But yeah, midlife crisis at 25. So now I'm almost his age, his max age. I'm finally figuring this out, and damn if I almost didn't get killed. A really bad crash that I've downplayed a lot of nightmares. And I feel terrible because my wife's been kind of looking towards our future and pursuing things that feel like they are that's too hard to generalize. So my crash was I jackknifed our travel trailer that I bought in December for us to live in, which we're living in now, here in these woods. And fishtailed on the freeway and vaulted off the sideways. The only thing that kept me probably from getting killed is just that the jackknife prevented either vehicle from rolling. So I was just kind of sideways. And as it started to go down, it was very quickly more than bad enough, but long-lasting enough, because the trailer sways a little. The first sway sways twice as much the second sway, twice as much as that the third sway, and by then I think I was jackknifed. So now I'm completely sideways on the freeway. I'm only going 30 and not slowing down. Steering wheel doesn't do anything, gas doesn't do anything, brake doesn't do anything. So I'm just looking sideways down the freeway. And I just said 3 times, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. But ever since then, it keeps feeling like it was my time. Which pisses me off because it's like, what? Is that wish supposed to be like, well, now we're gonna give you an extension, just like school, so you can turn in your paper on life one more time and prove that you're worthy It's going to be 10 times harder because you failed the first test. It feels like that. It feels really shitty. It's just like, fuck. I should have said, please let me ever fucking live. There's a quote for you. Fuck, please don't die. Please ever let me fucking live. Really live. This is not life. And there's a lot of advertising dollars spent on convincing you that it is. But the chemical thing, the two things wrong with the chemical fixing anything is if a chemical can take all this away, then we're not real. My personality, this interchange we're having, this language I'm speaking, we're scripted, basically. And there's a bug in the script, and apply a patch, and the script runs, and shit works. I don't want to be a program. I want my feelings to be real. So if they go away just because I took something that I'm supposedly missing, then none of my feelings were real. None of my feelings were real. Riddle me that, Batman. How is that not true? Tell me otherwise. You know? What does that mean for love? I don't know. Hopefully somebody who medicates me will tell me. But the other thing is then if I can have any happiness, it's a leash. It's not unclipped at all. Gotta run back to the doctor. Gotta run back to the pharmacy. Gotta jump through hoops. God forbid I need a controlled substance that other people abuse. I feel really badly for everyone who's on psychiatric medications. So, yeah, that's appealing. And yeah, so it's just like inviting myself into a trap, basically. I guess it's not a trap. I could go back to being miserable, but ugh. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to say is that the kind of unspoken thing that's always been there as well. And I've always been the one that's just kind of been like, kind of quiet about it. Whenever somebody famous killed themselves, or when a mutual friend was worrisome and acting suicidal to a friend, and a friend would come to me and be like, hey, I'm really worried about so-and-so. They're kind of sounding dark, like they're thinking about stepping out. And I, kind of feign concern and be like, But very literally, every Robin Williams and what's his face, the travel guy, foodie travel guy, God, what's his name? Anthony Bourdain. I haven't watched his stuff yet. I'd like to. I tend to really like people who've done that, not for doing it, but maybe they got the same kind of brain. I don't know. But I'm always jealous. I never have felt bad for anyone who's killed themselves. I have always been jealous. I have always looked at that and gone, you are free. I'm still trapped because some part of me keeps saying there's a non-zero chance that if I pull this next lever, and that's true. And the next lever is, back to our shitty reality that advertising keeps trying to convince us is life. That lever produces money. That's what it comes down to. That's why it's so shitty. I mean, realistically, I'm up for a promotion right now. And I'm Well, I'm 50. I've done a few things, and I'm in school and gotten somewhere without a little. Just failed out of my MBA program, but not permanently. Just I'm delayed now because I got to pay for it out of pocket. Yeah, that should lead to. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but that's sick. You know, I mean, think about that. It's like I get a different list of responsibilities and a different number attached to my name, and I know damn well how many, at least, triggers for depression are quickly ameliorated, wiped out, taken out, fixed. Yeah, a lot of things, and important things. You know, it's offensive when people say money can't buy happiness. It's the only thing that does, because it's our culture's energy, it's power, it's the ability to do that you previously could have done independently, still through effort, the same as you might have to have for money, but there's a little bit of fudge in the game now. You can inherit money, you can invest money. Money can be created that can bring happiness without effort. I think that's where Marx was coming from. It's ironic how anti-Marxist people are that are just frothing at the mouth about welfare. That was his number one complaint. It's just he was smart enough to realize that the people on welfare were very fucking rich. And that the people on what we call welfare are a tool. That's right. They're there to keep our asses in fucking line. And you ask me how I'm supposed to be happy in a world that does that to humans. Or makes a fucking doctor pick of 10 people who are going to die otherwise, what 3 get to use the last ICU beds. Fuck that. Fuck everyone who caused that. That one just really gets to me. I feel for those people very, very deeply. What a horrible, horrible choice to have to make. So, I don't know. I guess my walk is over. Thanks for listening.